My husband, Mike, does most of the cooking, and people ask me why that is. And I say, because if he doesn't want to eat hot dogs or Taco Bell every night, he pretty much has to cook, because that's just not my thing. It might be because I'm a child from the 70s, and at that time, they wanted young girls to think about doing, whatever they could do. But the message I got from that, anything that was related to women, you don't want to do, because that's not the right, that's not the high thing. The high thing is to be the doctor or to be the fireman or something like that. So I kind of always just didn't bother with the cooking. But one time, I don't remember where my husband was coming back from, I'm like, oh, it'd be so nice if I baked him a pie. But I'm really lazy, so I went and I got the pastry at the Walmart. And then what's the easiest fruit, right? Blueberries, right? Because I'm not boiling peaches or doing anything like that. So I have my little recipe out, and I got all my spices out. And after I put in what I thought was a cinnamon, I realized it was cumin. So who knew that? If you think about the cumin and the cinnamon, they look pretty similar. I probably just saw a C. Guess I wasn't paying much attention because, I just dumped it in. I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? I only bought one thing of blueberries. And then I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just going to put a lot of sugar and cinnamon. And my dad was a psychologist. He always talked about perception and how, if you see a color written out RED, but it's yellow, do you really see that as yellow, or you see it as red, right? So I'm like, he's never going to notice. I'm just never going to mention any of it. So I bake it. I put it in front. I'm like, hey, Mike, I cooked. I made this blueberry pie, and I put some whipped cream on it. And then he tried it, and he said, why does this blueberry pie taste like Indian food? So who knew you can't hide cumin with a bunch of cinnamon and sugar?